If you are a young man, you used to have a woman in your life. This woman loved you so much and gave you all her attention and all her love. And all of a sudden, she just switched and changed and acts as if she hates you or that she doesn't care about you. The same thing as a woman. You used to have a man in your life that loved and cared about you. And all of a sudden, this man just changed and acts as if he doesn't love you anymore. Let me explain to you what happened in your relationship. So long you are carrying out sexual immorality in your relationship, which means you are disobeying God. Remember, God our Father said, keep the marriage bed undefiled, that he will judge both the fornicators and the adulterers. So if you are carrying out sexual immorality in your relationship, do you know what God does to that man or that woman that used to love you? Remember that God has the key of everybody's heart in his hands. So because you have disobeyed him, he has the power to switch the person's heart away from you. That is exactly what happens. The more you carry out sexual immorality with a man or a woman that is not your wife, I'm telling you, which means you are disobeying God, God will turn that man's heart away from you. And before you know it, the relationship is over. That is when it brings about separation. Let me tell you something. The devil accuses man, and the devil has a right to accuse you if you are carrying out sexual immorality in your relationship. Remember the story of Adam and Eve. God warned them not to eat a particular fruit, but because they disobeyed God, God banished them from the Garden of Eden. Now, if you look at our generation, every young person, everybody, both men and women, they keep having sexual immorality in their relationship. And they think it's okay. You look at it, marriage is scarce. Many women are come of age, 34, 35, 36, 37 and above. They're not getting married. And even men are not settling down again. Why? As a result of disobedience. Keep the marriage bed undefiled. The more you carry out sexual immorality with a man or a woman that is not your wife, seeds of hatred are sown in that relationship. That is why all of a sudden you just realize that the lady doesn't care about you anymore. The man doesn't care about you anymore. That's because God himself has switched their heart away from you because of disobedience. When you meet a man or a woman, you guys talk for a while and you know you're ready to settle down. When you get to study each other, just go in there, get married and do the right thing. But having sex with your partner, it means you're telling God that he's foolish. Meanwhile, he's the author of marriages. He's the author of relationships. And the devil is really attacking relationships and marriages these days. Check out everywhere. We have divorce everywhere. The same thing, even if you eventually get married to that man that you are having sexual intercourse with, remember that there are seeds of disobedience that have been sown already. That is why many times when people get married, years later, they get divorced. Some of the consequences of premarital sex and fornication is divorce, single mother. Many women can testify to the fact that all those men will tell you, okay, get pregnant for me rather, and I'll get married to you later. How many men eventually marry these women in the end? 90% of these men are not even getting married to these women. And in the end, they turn them into single mothers. I pray that God gives us the grace to keep ourselves so that we can get married. I pray that God gives us the grace to keep ourselves so that we don't have divorces or separation later in life in our marriages. I'd like you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Remember that I love you, but God also loves you more. Bye.